Have you ever thought that the sky was just endlessly dark? And then you look up and see a million stars. Have you ever been scared of the water and stuck on the edge? And then you dive in, how quickly you forget. Your fears that kept you awake at night. Now that I'm back in the light, so warm, I feel it like a wave of love coming over me. Got a glitter drop to fall and I'm on my knees. Got the sound of you ringing in my ears. Sun coming up on another day. Got a second-hand chance, gonna do it again. Got rainbow colors and no more Have you ever dreamt you were flying until you look down? You never moved an inch, feet firmly on the ground. And love carries a heart that you hold, finding how life can unfold. Oh yeah, I feel it like a wave of love coming over me. Got a glitter drop to fall and I'm on my knees. Got the sound of you ringing in my ears. Sun coming up on another day. Got a second-hand chance, wanna do it again. Got rainbow colors and no more Wave of love coming over me. Got a glitter drop to fall and I'm on my knees. Got the sound of you ringing in my ears. Sun coming up on another day. Got a second-hand chance, gonna do it again. Got rainbow colors and wave of love coming over me. Got a glitter drop to fall and I'm on my knees. Got the sound of you ringing in my ears. Sun coming up on another day. Got a second-hand chance, gonna do it again. Got rainbow colors and no more Have you ever thought that the sky was just endlessly dark? And then you look up and see a million stars. Have you ever been scared of the water and stuck on the edge? And then you dive in, how quickly you forget. Your fears that kept you awake at night. Wave of love coming over me. Got a glitter drop before my knees. Got the sound of you ringing in my ears. Sun coming up on another day. Got a second-hand chance, gonna do it again. Got rainbow colors and no more Have you ever thought that the sky was just endlessly dark?
Hello. Welcome back to Get Gaming, the channel by gamers with a Y, for gamers with or without a Y. Sorry if the holding screen was a little glitchy. I am still struggling with connectivity issues with YouTube and this current version of OBS on this current laptop I'm on. Hopefully this is a temporary laptop, temporary being who knows how many months I'll have it until I can afford a new one. I sold the old one, so that one's gone. Just having too many issues, tech issues always. But welcome to Solitary Sunday. We're doing a gentle rain today. Isn't that exciting? And this is only, so we are trying this top down camera again. Like I said, it's still a little, and now it's frozen. Isn't that fun? Well, you just enjoy my smiling face for a while. Wow. Hi. Get in the chat while I figure out tech things, which is always fun. My life ever, the tech things, I just want stuff to work. I just need stuff to work. You know what I'm saying here, Haas? How's everyone doing on this lovely Sunday? This lovely, lovely Sunday. It actually rained here yesterday, which is wild for Sacramento in the summer. It's sort of like if it snowed in New York in July. like it can happen, but it is a very rare occurrence. How big do I want to make this thing? So again, like I said, this top-down camera is still a little less than ideal, but it's gonna work for today because we're just chilling. The stakes are not high today with a gentle rain. This is all the hotness. I've got the Bloom edition, everything that I read. So a little bit of history. I saw the older edition of this, or I guess it's the reprint of the small box edition, essentially, at the Glass Die in at RageCon, which I realized in that vlog we did not talk about it at all. That vlog is coming tomorrow, by the way. But anyway, I saw it there for $25. I'm like, oh, maybe I should get it. I know it's been kind of hard to find in recent eons. And then I heard Target was coming out with it, and I've literally been like checking my local Target. We went to several different local Targets to see if we could find it, and we couldn't find it for a while there, for like about a month. And then I saw it at my local Target. I'm like, okay, I'm snatching this right now. I'm snatching this leg before I get gagged. So I finally got it, and we have been playing it excessively. Rich even played this, so you know it's good. And it was on the list of things to do for our aquatical summer, which is still ongoing. We're trying to get back to the swing of it. I definitely need a different overhead. If I had to get exactly the same webcam that I had before, at least it worked. So we're going to do Gentle Rain today. This teach will probably take all of 60 seconds. So this will be a shorter stream today for sure. It's a nice little slip cover. I'm not sure how to feel about the slip cover. I like a two-part cover. I mean, it's a two-part cover, but you know what I mean, like the top and bottom. Prefer that. There's a lot of plastic in this edition, but oh well. This overlay keeps things in there fairly well. These are little flowers, which I think in the original these were just circular wooden things. I like that these are how well you can see the detail, but they're quite nice. I mean, they're plastic. Everything plastic, but they're quite nice. And I like having a tray to keep them in. So, sorry for the glare. I'm doing my best here. But it says, you have come to the lakeside, hoping to see a rare and beautiful sight. I think actually the opening is. God, this glare should not be this bad. Always changing, yet always itself. That's sort of our flavor text. Okay, so the first step to this game, guys, okay, is get comfortable. Sorry that this top is so wrinkly. I still need to wash the felt, and I have to do it by hand. So, change into some loose clothing. Check. Okay, we're good there. If you can, perhaps turn on some soft music or make yourself some tea or hot cocoa. I have this throat coat here. I'm still coughing. Lingering cough from the COVID. Check. Take a moment to stand up and stretch and roll the stress out of your shoulders. Well, I'm feeling pretty relaxed this Sunday because I was smart and didn't have any caffeine. Inhale through your nose. Hold that breath for a moment. Then exhale through your mouth. We're practicing our deep yogic breathing today. Okay, Kevin? Designed by Kevin Wilson. Okay? The Gentle Rain. And I think the publisher is Incredible Dream. So there you go. Incredible Dream. Okay, so with all that said, this is a tile placement game. A tableau building game. Is tableau the right word? Tile placement. It's a little spatial puzzle. So you're going to have a stack of tiles, and I probably should shuffle these a little bit. It says to shuffle them well. Now, when I explain kind of how the tiles work a little bit, just so you kind of understand, you know, like the shuffling isn't like the biggest deal in the world. I mean, the order in which they come out does kind of matter, but like all the tiles are unique, so you don't have to do a crazy amount of shuffling. Okay, you need a flat surface. Okay, this isn't like a huge table hog, but you do need a good little area. It's definitely takes up more real estate than something like Orchard, say. Probably if you've played like Sprawlopolis or something like that, it will take up a similar amount of space. So you want to keep your flowers at the ready. Okay, we're going to be placing these throughout the game, hopefully. And this game is dead simple. On your turn, and we'll have a starter tile at the beginning to start our pond. So each tile is going to have 4 edges. They're squares, essentially. And then you have these little loops here. These are not decorative. These are important for later. But basically, you're going to have 4 different colored flowers on each tile. So here we have blue, purple, black, and orange. If you can't tell the colors apart, or, you know, for you colorblind folks out there, there are different designs for each flowers. But even some of the designs are a little similar. So you just got to be a little hawk-eyed until you get used to it. And I like that there's little animals here. Like we have a little dragonfly in this edition, so very idyllic. I think there's koi fish. It's a lily pond. I don't know if you caught that from the Monet in the thumbnail, but yes, you're in a lily pond. So on your turn, you will draw a tile. and you will place the tile. That's it. So how the rules for placing the tile is obviously the two halves of a flower must match. These do not. These are pink and orange, which sometimes look similar. These black and black would match, so I could do something like that. Do something like that. With the purple, etc., etc. And as you start building this thing out, you're trying to make squares of 4 tiles. Basically, you're trying to create these circular holes, and once you've created a hole for it, you'll be able to place one of these flowers. So let me try to see if we can create such an example fairly quickly. That blue works. And obviously something like this, I can't place it here because none of those colors match. So we're going to need to just dig until we find one that we could place here. There should be one. Now I will say all these tiles are unique in that the arrangement of them is different. So it's very much a spatial puzzle. So for instance, like this one has purple, blue, black, and orange. This one has purple, orange, pink, and yellow. In addition to the types of colors, their positions will all be unique. So there's a lot of mirror image things going on. So like I created this corner where I have a purple and black, but okay, there's a purple, but then there's a yellow in that corner there, which doesn't match up to the black. There's a black here that would match up, but then it has a white in this orientation towards, so that won't match that purple. So you'll get a lot of kind of that action going on. Oh, I'm going to have to dig quite a bit to find the one that will go into this corner. To find this example, this should tell you what kind of puzzle this game is. A little bit. Is there one with a corner of purple and black? I'm going to have to go through all these tiles, and I bet you there's none that are going to fit that perfectly. Like, for instance, there's one. I found it. So basically, if you create a corner like that with the purple and black, there's only going to be one other tile that has that exact thing that you need, because it's essentially a mirror image kind of situation. And if you don't understand what I mean by that, essentially, like, just know that there's only going to be one tile generally that will fill things like that. But once you create a circle, once you create a square of 4 tiles, thus creating a hole for it, you can then place a flower in here. This is what you're trying to do. You're trying to create 8 holes to place out 8 flowers. So basically you can pick, I can put a purple flower here, a black flower, or a blue flower. So you can pick one of the colors that is adjacent to the hole. So in this case, I'll probably do the purple. Fix this a little bit. Bada bing, bada boo. Then you keep on building it out. Hopefully you'll be able to place out all 8 flowers by the time the stack runs out. If you do not, you have technically lost. There is a scoring system, but it kind of almost doesn't matter. You either win or you lose in this game, essentially. It's about the journey. The journey. What if none of them matched? If it does not, if you cannot match any of them, which is a very rare situation, by the way, it has not happened to me yet in the 4 or 5 times I've played this game, but it could. If it does, the rules say you have to discard it and you can't place it. Because if you can't place it, you can't place it. That's essentially it. I will say, as far as the scoring, basically a good game would be you getting all 8 flowers out before the stack runs out, and you would calculate your score based on how many tiles you have left to go through in the stack. So if you complete it before the stack runs out, that's good. That may or may not happen today, because it is, I've basically explained the game, but it's harder than it sounds. So we're just going to leave this as our start. That's a strong start. And we're just going to shuffle these a little more. Hi, Jack. How's it going? Did Rich take his turn in Wingspan yet? I was just talking to him and I forgot to mention that. I'm very curious what your scoring goals in Wingspan are right now. Because that's, I think, going to make the difference. at the end for you. But we'll see if you're able to get them done or not. Whoop! Like I said, you don't have to be crazy intense with the shuffling because, you know, they're going to come out the way that they come out. Okay, so we need to bug him. Okay. Black. Well, this black would go here. And as I go along, I will point out why I'm doing certain things and not others. This one, obviously, black is good. You could put it here. These are technically different. This is orange and this is red. This one's a little spikier. That one has some more triangular leaves. It's kind of how I remember. This wouldn't be bad, actually, either. Oh, look, there's a little otter. I don't know how well you can see him. I have to hold this up really high. There's the otter. I don't think the old edition has these little wildlife critters in it, so that's why I wanted this edition, because that shit gets me off, yo. Okay, so it's about to get real up in here, because obviously that purple doesn't match there. I'll do this here. When in doubt, just extend out. You're really trying to just make a network of flowers and try to set up something. As long as you're not setting up holes you can't fill. And I will point out when that situation could potentially occur for us, what that would kind of look like. Generally speaking, if you have a thing where you only have to mesh 2 edges, that's very doable. If you have something where you would like let's say I had something on this side. If I had something where I have to mesh 3 edges, that is much less doable. Is it Jack? I don't mean to be cocky. Wingspan takes a little bit. It's a quirky little game, and I think it's a subtle game in the way that it works. I was having this conversation with John, and I think maybe I illuminated something for him. I don't know. You never really know, like those bonus cards seem like they're not a lot of points, but often they can make the difference. Really depends how you do on the last scoring goal too, because that's a healthy amount of points as well. You know, it's also a game about small cuts too. Like many games are, except for this one. This one is about not being dumb, not blocking yourself out of things. Do we have any purple anywhere? I'll just put that there, whatever. I need to set myself up more. Like, it's a pretty tight game of Wingspan right now. Not this, I'm still talking about Wingspan. Jack's the only one here, the audience, so you're not confused, right? It's nice to see you back in the chat, Jack. We missed you. This probably would be okay. This is getting a little dangerous though, but you know, whatever. Not excessively so. Oh, this would be perfect. Blue and pink. Yes. Okay, which one should I place? I have pink, white, purple, and blue. Well, we already did purple. I see I have a couple of blues going on over here, so why don't I do the pink? Why not? This purple over here in this light is looking pink too. Nice. Nice. Let's keep going. I'm always confused. Well, it's okay, Jack, that you're young, dumb, and full of cum. You know, we like boys like that. Richard is often confused about a lot of things, too. I occasionally have been known to be a little confused as well. Confusion happens. So this, if you get two kind of going on here, that's not bad necessarily. You just want to avoid a situation like assuming that matched, something like this, because this would be impossible for you to put a tile here because, again, all the tiles have 4 different colors on them. So that's the only thing you kind of want to really avoid in this game. That doesn't match because it's black. You can tell because they're spikier and the purple ones have more rounded leaves. So for people that are struggling to tell some of these colors apart, it is an issue in this particular production for some people. So. Oh, don't act so shocked, Jack. You know what you're in for when you want to know what. So Matt did his little talk at Gen Con, and he gave us quite a big shout out in that for gay content creators. He's like, we are more 18 plus, so we have a reputation now as being 18 plus. So I'm gonna have to put. I was joking, saying that I need to put a tagline of the channel should be, "We cuss, talk about sex." And sometimes board games. You know? Sex sells. I'll put this here. So things are starting to expand out that way. Hopefully I don't have to slide stuff over or anything. That's not going to work there. That's not going to work there. Nope. See, I could do a situation like this, but again, that's going to be really hard to fill. Like, I don't think it's impossible, but whenever I've made like a 3-sided hole like this, I've just never been able to fill it. So, I don't think that that's a wise decision. Why don't I how about something like this? Why not? Why not? That would be nice if that matched on that side. Nope. You know, if you can visualize, this will be a little easier for you, but I'm just kind of like, okay, where could it go? Like, again, I could put it here, but that hole would be too hard to fill. This game involves filling holes. Yes, it's the game of filling holes. 8 to be exact. And I'm no size queen, so I'll be happy if I get to 7. You're matching flowers, yes, and trying to pop the big flowers in the holes. Here, let's just go out this way. We got a little sneaky thing. It's starting to look a little like a gun. Doesn't it look like a water gun, kind of? Like, here's like the tank for the water. You're like, pew, 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 pew. Purple and pink, lower right. No, that's black, unfortunately. I know they look a little similar, and also, you know, something that's quality. You can kind of tell that they're, one's a little lighter, one's a little darker. I'm gonna get you. I know this is more muted colors. I think the small box edition has like brighter, more primary kind of palette, so they're a little easier to tell apart. So those sorts of things matter excessively to you. Being able to tell things apart kind of is important, but like I can tell them apart. But I'm pretty good at spatial puzzles and telling icons apart. Some people are not, and that's fine. So if you struggle with such things, I probably would recommend the small box edition. I think that's the edition that's going to be more available outside of the States anyway, so. solo game, it would be nice to have in a smaller box, but you know. I know some people were talking about just getting both. You know, that seems a little excessive to me, but you do you, boo. Not gonna yuck, no one's young. I was watching this deep dive about The Fault in Our Stars last night, and I just commented, John Green is a babe. So it should tell you something about me, where I'm at. Where do I want to put this? I don't want to put it there. That's asking for trouble. Okay, we're just gonna make this water gun into a water rifle. That's what's happening right now. Oh my god. This is getting a little... Whoop. Hi, Tim. Thank you. I just got my flower rifle thing going here. It's good. You're right. It is very good. I like it a lot. It's like, it's pretty much a not enough spoons game, but like just engaging enough to be interesting. This is all about matching, which reminds me of Koi Koi in that way, with matching of flowers. Almost. That is orange. That is red. We are really not doing well right now. It's very sad. Almost. This is black. Could do this here. Except I don't want to... Like, if I feel something here, then I'll have this impossible to fill hole here, but... Oh! Pink and black. Awesome! Well, I guess we can place the black. Or we can place the white. I got a bunch of whites going on, so I'm going to place the black. Okay, we're about halfway through the stack, and we got 3 out. Actually, that's not awful. I would like to make more, though. Okay. So we have, blue and black. Awesome. So we could do, we have an orange one here. I do have some other oranges going on, so I'm leaning towards the blue for this one. Cool. Okay, now I feel a lot better now that we got 4 out. I was starting to get a little... Yay, Jack says. Yay. Oh, so, speaking of Australia, because Jack is here. So Phil Walker Harding is finally doing a game with, Postmark that does those print and play games like Aquamarine and Waypoints and stuff. And so he's doing a roll and write with print and play with them. That's koala themed. It's about koala conservation. I think it's called Koala Rescue Farm or something. It looks super cute. And we love Phil Walker Harding on this channel, obviously. Rich's favorite designer. Which I like Phil Walker Harding. When he's good, he's amazing. When he's not good, well, he's mostly amazing. There's like only one real dud I can think of. But yeah, I love Phil Walker Harding, so that'll be exciting to do. That'll be a good solo stream too. I think we're gonna throw it on. I'm gonna be doing the print and play-a-thon. My boys, if you're into, maybe Tim will be into this. I don't know if Jack really does solo gaming at all. Do you solo game at all, Jack? Wingspan does have a solo mode, but it involves, those Stonemaier AIs are so involved. Their whole Automa thing, I'm just not the hugest fan of. Just concept. So I haven't actually tried the solo mode of Wingspan, but Wingspan is a game that I don't really feel like I need to solo. That's a game that I prefer to play with other people, actually. I'm not sure what it is about it. It is very, there's not a lot of interaction in that game. Why aren't these lining up? That is so weird. They're right next to each other. Well, anyway. Those flowers are a little twisted. Well, on BGA, yeah. Like, do you not play against random people when you play on BGA? Do you usually just like play like, I don't know. The only thing I really solo on BGA is like Yahtzee. And sometimes I will solo Super Mega Lucky Box. Has a pretty good solo implementation on BGA. Speaking of Phil Walker Harding. That's definitely a not enough spoons game. Can you solo a Feast? I don't know if you can play the solo mode of a Feast or Odin on BGA. If not, they should work on that. Oh, see, I created a situation here. Also, I filled a hole here, and I didn't even notice that. Dumb. Okay, I guess that's where the orange flower is going. Oh, purple and pink. Perf. But have I placed all these flowers? I have, because I placed blue, pink, and purple. So I can't put a flower there. So why would I do that? That would be dumb. I can do this white and pink over here, though. Already placed pink. We could do white or yellow. I see a bunch of yellows hanging about, so I'm leaning towards this white. Perf. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, things are going well, actually. I'm getting better at this game. It took me, I think, 3 tries before I beat this game. Like the first time I was like, what is the assignment? Oh, then it took me a while to click on what the puzzle was. Then the second and third times I'm like, had to figure out about how to avoid creating holes I couldn't fill. Like the more tightly packed you keep it, obviously the better in general. But sometimes you just have to kind of build an arm out to give yourself some wiggle room. Not that I'm yet the expert on this, but it's not like a complex game. Oh, those are orange and red. See, this is what I'm talking about in the mirrored things, too. So you see how I've created a corner of red and yellow, and then this tile, oh, it has red and yellow, but in the opposite configuration, because yellow is to, on here, is basically to the left of it as opposed to being to the right of it. So there's a lot of mirror image on these tiles. It's quite a clever little puzzle, actually. You know, do you want to just put it up here? Then this won't look like a gun anymore, though, which would be sad. I can put it on top here. I can put it here. I mean, I doubt I'm going to fill that hole up there anyway. We need to get yellow and red placed out. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to want to do down here. Maybe this. Let's see. Oh, wow. I'll put a black here. What do you think? Or a blue. Maybe? Not sure. Oh, is this what I needed at that one spot? This is what I needed. Huzzah! Huzzah! Okay, but do we want to place out the red or the yellow? I think the yellow. I think I'm definitely going to get red somewhere off in here. So let's do the yellow there. Number 7. Awesome. A gentle rain encourages not worrying about the score and just enjoy spreading the rain to open flash. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I can go over the scoring at the end if you guys really want to, but to me, it's just you either get all 8 flowers out or you don't, and you're just focusing on matching. That's the vibe to me. I wouldn't say it involves zero worry. Spreading the rain, yeah, you just kind of need to spread out, basically. When in doubt, spread out. Just like my bussy. Oh, hi, this goes here, but again, I'm trying to get red, so. Oh, hi, I think we did it. Oh, wow, I think this is the best I've done, because I got red there. Boom! There it is. So, yeah, how many do I have left? So let's see what it says about the scoring again, actually, because, you know. So, it's called blossoming, by the way, every time you manage to fill one of those flowers. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Just talk about growing the lake, admiring the view. As soon as the 8 blossoms open, which they have, the game ends as you stand at the lakeside admiring the view. This is making me want to go to like a Japanese garden or something. Now, LA, when I lived in LA, they have so many Japanese gardens down there. We don't have enough Japanese gardens here. They are, allegedly, I think they opened one, like a Cherry Blossom Park. I'm not sure if it has koi ponds or not, but we need to check that out, me and Rich, actually. Because we were going to do... This year, I definitely want to do like a cherry blossom themed vlog for the Cherry Blossom Festival this year, because we have quite a few, like, again, we have a very old, we've had a Japanese diaspora here since the 1800s, though I think it's the oldest Japanese diaspora in the States, since, you know, the gold rush and such. So we have quite a few cherry blossoms in this area, so, you know, spring is always a nice time for cherry blossoms here. Not to be confused with lily pads. We're all about lily pads here, I guess. Okay, so it says your score is equal to the number of unplayed tiles left in the draw pile plus 8, since all 8 blossoms have opened. So it says, like, if you don't get all 8 out, it says your score is equal to the amount of blossoms that you put out. So if you only got out 7, your score would be 7. Yay, everyone's a winner. This one would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is that good? 15. It's possible, but very unlikely to get a score of 21. So I guess 21 is the highest score you could get. So 15 is pretty good then. However, if you run out of tiles before all 8 blossoms open, the rain ends and the game comes to a close. Don't worry if all 8 blossoms don't open in time, though. You can always return to the lake again. In a gentle rain, it is the journey that matters, not the destination. Oh, bringing a friend. You can do this cooperatively if you so desire. If, you know, like it's borderline an activity, but there is a game here. Obviously, there's a very good little spatial puzzle going on here. I think it's super clever for how, I think I was like reading the story about how the designer like just came up with this game as like he was like at a party with friends or something, and he just, you know, like did up the tiles real quick on some like cards or something, and it was just an activity to do like with his friend group, his play group or whatever. And they liked it so much that he said, hey, okay, I guess I'll publish it. Because this is the same designer. He's done a lot of stuff with, like, Descent, I think, and stuff. Like, and I think he's also the designer of Cosmic Encounter. And stuff. This guy's, like, an old-school designer guy. And so for him to be like, here's this little frivolity, and it's very good. I like it quite a bit. It definitely gives me, it's definitely in the same vibe as Orchard, but like less tight. Definitely the idea is about openness, but also sort of like, okay, like I'm basically digging through the deck and building out until I find the matches that I need to do it. So there's like an almost exploratory element to it, which I do quite like. Makes it feel very, you know. Highly recommend if you can get your hands on a copy. I mean, either edition, probably. Tim, you have the small box edition, right? How would you say that compares? You know, so one of my best friends is a designer, and like some of his games, like his story about what I think is his best design, he says, well, I was high at the time and I was in the shower and it just came to me. And the game has not, some things have changed since then, but like not a lot. Not like the core mechanics, really. And like a simple game, obviously, can, and the more you design, you know, it's like with anything. Like, you know, the first time you do something, it takes longer. But the more skills you have in your tool belt, the quicker it happens for you. Like, my opera scene that I wrote, my 10-minute opera scene, like, took me in a week. Yeah, it was about 6 days, actually, to write. Some of my early pieces took me way longer because I obsessed way more and I just didn't have as many skills in my tool belt yet. So, you know, the more you develop your craft, the quicker things kind of happen sometimes. I'm curious to play the other edition and see, because one of the things I like about this, it's a very muted tones, which can be an issue with somewhat telling apart certain things. I like the little otters and dragonflies. It's cute. It's very idyllic. And I like the little drop, you know, things. I don't know how well, you probably guys can't see it at all, but there's like little, like, you know, when you throw a pebble into a pond and it sends out the waves, it has those kinds of things all over the tiles. Just smaller wooden tokens and smaller box side. Yeah, you know, it's the same art. Is it exactly the same art? I heard that the animals aren't on the other edition, though. Which is mostly just otters and... Oh, there is a turtle. There's a little turtle. I don't know how well you can see him. Sorry, guys. I wish you guys could see things a little better. But there's a little turtle there. He's hanging out. He's hanging out. Oh, and there's a frog. There's a little froggy. He's chilling. I don't know. Hopefully that's... He's just chilling. He's just being a frog. Oh, it is the same art. Oh, okay. Well then. Which is what I know. Never actually played that one. Yeah, I was so close to getting it when we were at the Glass Die, which if you're ever in Reno, Nevada, that is an amazing game store, by the way. They have the hugest library. And it's also, it's like a brewery. Like, it's like, or I guess, I don't know if they actually brew the beer there. It's like a tap house meets, you know, game. It's a game cafe, but a game bar. Instead of a cafe, it's a bar, essentially. And that blood place is really cool. They have a huge library, so you can like pay, like I think it's like $5 to reserve a table, and they have this huge library of games you can play. Like everything. I mean like everything. Anything you possibly want to play, I think is like in that freaking library. It's huge. Yeah, so that place is pretty cool. I think they got like RageCon, I guess sometimes like stuff that they call out of their library goes to there, so that's how they built up such a big library. Yeah, it's really cool. And they have good beer there. If you're into craft brews, as I am, you probably really enjoy it. They also have cider, and they have like craft soda and stuff if you're don't drink alcohol. I can't remember if they have food. They might have like small plates of food, like, you know, charcuterie stuff or whatever, or like a panini. I can't remember if they have food though, so don't quote me on that. But the Glass Die, it's really cool. Like so we do have a board game cafe here. It's truly a cafe. They serve food and drinks and coffee. They don't have as big of a library though. They do have a bigger space. They have like this cool space. It's right across from the big cathedral there's the Cathedral of the Blessed Sacrament in downtown because Sacramento. That's where the name of the town comes from. It has this huge dome, and so there's like this huge like K Street in Sacramento is all like laid down in brick. So there's like they've since opened it up to cars, which I really wish they would. The light rail goes through there and stuff. But it's used to be the bustling center of old Sacramento, but yeah, there's the Board Game Cafe there. It's owned by the same queer-owned business, owned by the same chick as Capital Books, which is a bookstore right there off of K Street. But anyway, if you're ever in Sacramento, I highly suggest going there and back again. It's a Hobbit-themed bar, a cafe, Board Game Cafe. But yes, we need to patronize them a little more. I'm always mentioning them, and we've been there all the choice. We have bought things from Capital Books, though, so, And they have events. They do, like, things like, Harry Potter and Star Wars trivia and things. And they also have, like, I think they do a game night on Saturdays. And they do have a little library. It's not bad. I mean, they have things like Catan, and they have a lot of small box games. And they do have Coloma, of all things, which I'm still waiting for that reprint edition to come out. If you remember me raving about that game after last year's RageCon, very good. They're still in pre-production somehow. I'm like, this is a reprint of a game. How are you guys still in pre-production? But it's a reprint / there's a new expansion which adds quite a few things mechanically to the base game, is my understanding. But anyway, hopefully that's coming soon. One of the things that did finally come, though, I'm very happy about, is Ovation. I'll hold it up here. Ovation, yay! Women designers, classical music theme. What's not to love? My understanding is this game is light-ish. I think it's still a medium weight game. So there's like, I love that your player board is like, a little piano, and I think that's where you're tracking your different resources and stuff. So my understanding is there's quite a bit of engine building. It even says right there, engine building. Allegedly, there's also positive player interaction. Like you're trying to host concerts, and I think you can go to each other's concerts or whatever. And you have, I can't remember, I think you're playing as a composer. Yeah, so this one is quite fun. Kirsten Lund, who is from New Zealand. It's a New Zealand designer. Go Kiwis. So very excited to feature that one on the channel. I think we should line it up with some composer's birthday. I'm not quite sure which one it will be, but that will be coming. I know the new Liz Hargrave game, Undergrove, is coming. I did get Forage, which is I guess it's technically a different game, but it feels like a reskinning of Orchard and Grove, basically. But we might do that for a Solitary Sunday, maybe. Maybe we could do all three back to back, Orchard, Grove, and then Forage. And we could do it with Rich. Do like cooperative. Would that be interesting? Guys, let me know if that sounds interesting to you. Yeah, good game. Gentle Rain. I like this one. This one will probably be staying in a regular rotation for a while. Nice to diversify. Nice to have Not Enough Spoons. I really do want to do a Not Enough Spoons video now that I am back in the editing chair. Man, I'm still trying to figure out if this Gen Con vid needs to come out this week. Before I'm super far in the past. And then I still have, there's other stuff that'll be coming up. I'm trying to stop making promises. I'm trying to stop writing checks my ass can't cash, which is my new favorite phrase right now. But I always like to keep these lives going. I really do want to get a new top-down camera. This is like not. I'd like you guys to be able to see the components a little better. But yeah, and like I said in the last stream, I may have mentioned I'm still not sure what's going on with my start date for the new job. It could be after next week. I don't think it's going to be before next week. So, well, definitely not because tomorrow's Monday. But it could be the following Monday is Labor Day. And I don't know that we're doing anything particularly special for Labor Day, so I probably will still do a stream next Sunday because we're not going out of town. It's probably going to still be following the aquatical theme, so I'm pondering Juicy Fruits might be fun. There is a new expansion that I need to get my hands on. Can't remember if it's out yet or not. I think it's out yet. It's Mystery Island themed. I forget exactly what it's called. We never played Juicy Fruits on the channel, and this I've raved on and on about how I think this is like the best solo mode. So that might be what we end up doing next week for the aquatical theme. And then, like I said, me and Rich are probably going to try to stream Octopus's Garden sometime this week. We are almost through our My Island campaign redux. We've been going through the whole thing again. We just finished chapter 5 last night. So I'm hoping we can finish Juicy Fruits. You mean like Rich? Rich is my juicy fruit. I just like to squeeze him till he pops out his eyeballs. No, Juicy Fruits is a game. It's a slide puzzle, essentially. That's how you're gathering resources on your little island. You have these chonky fruit meeples. They're so cool. And it's a tile placement game, essentially, with you're trying to fulfill these orders, these boats. So there's a lot of contract fulfillment in it as well. It's almost like a mini Euro game, but it feels lighter. It's like an hour-ish game. And the solo mode is really good because all the boards are double-sided. So there's 4 different modes, 4 different solo scenarios, essentially. So I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to play for the stream, if I end up doing that one next week. I think we're either going to do... For Solitary Sunday, I would either do that one or I forget what the other nautical themed solo game was that I was thinking of doing. Oh, and we still do want to do Ahoy. We're doing Ahoy for sure. We have to actually play for it. So once we're through My Island, I think we're going to do this. And then there will be a My Island, My City comparison video coming out finally. But this one is more medium weight. I'm not sure if Rich is going to like it or not, but this will probably be something we're definitely not going to get to it by next week, but I'm hoping to get to it before fall officially starts. So we're going to stay on this aquatical thing until summer officially ends. Or would you rather see summer camp? Should we just do Phil Walker Harding before summer is really over? I feel like Labor Day is the end of summer. I don't know about you guys, but it's partially because I'm a person who is literally like the school year is wired into my biology. I'm a teacher, so Rich says until the fall equinox happens, it's still technically summer in September. I don't know what you guys think about that. But we could do summer camp. It's not my favorite Phil Walker Harding, but Rich really likes it. And it's fun. It's a fun theme. Your kids going to summer camp. It's a race game / deck builder. Deck building is the way that you're doing the race. And you have your little hiker meeples. You're moving along the tracks. So there's a little bit of track bumping in it too. It's not bad. And it would be probably a fairly quick stream because it's not a hard, very complicated game to teach either. So if you guys have thoughts, let me know. I would put a poll up in the community tab. You know, I get like 1 or 2 votes max, so polls aren't very helpful. Okay, Jack, if you're into it, maybe that's what, after Octopus's Garden in a way. Well, if we're going to do it, I think I want to do it before Labor Day, so I'll probably try to squeeze it in next week. We'll see. I'm sure Rich would love that idea. Trying to get back into the board game streaming. I need... Oh, I'm so sad about this camera. I spent $50 on this camera. It works better as a front-facing web camera, but it's only marginally better than the built-in one on this, so it's like... Summer camp and Juicy Fruits. Okay, bye, Tim. Yeah, well, I think we'll do Juicy Fruits for Solitary Sunday for sure. I just like to ask you guys such things because you are the fan club. Okay, yeah, so that was good. That's like an hour stream. Wow, look at me. That hardly ever happens. But yes, so I have to get going. I have lots of things to do. I don't know what those things are, but I'm sure they exist. And thank you for tuning in, guys. Mazel tov.